Hello everyone, how are you doing today? This is call number 3 on embodiment. Right, so let's talk about what is embodiment first, and then we will go ahead and get some tips from experts to be embodied. All right, so before that, if you don't know me, my name is Nila. I'm a coach, medium, author, entrepreneur, etc. And my work is all about becoming a master of your own universe. Yeah, we are the master of our own universe, but we gather a lot of limiting beliefs that prevent us from acting like one. Okay, so my whole work is towards embracing our divinity and mastering our own universe. All right. So if you need more details, if you like to know more, please go to infinitehealing.co.uk. Well, today we are going to talk to an international yoga teacher, Haza. So before that, I would like to give a little bit of introduction about embodiment. All right. So what is embodiment? For me, embodiment is about living the life on the planet through this body. So how many of us, in the interest of spiritual quest, have developed aversion towards body? I used to be one. Okay. Okay. Body used to be like a burden to me, but if you look at it, body is a treasure of pleasure, sensations, excitement, fun. Without the body, you can't have any of it, right? So can you see colors without the body? You can't. You can perceive, but you can't see really. Can you enjoy the hug from a child without the body? Not really, right? So body has a lot to offer. That is why we came here in this body on the planet to experience all that. So if you have aversion towards the body, if you are not in the body, what is the point of being here? Yeah. So body is not a limitation, rather it is a treasure. So the embodiment series is all about it. Okay. Today we have Haza, an international yoga teacher with extensive experience, and she's my yoga teacher too. I have had very good experience with Haza, and I recommend her very strongly. I'm glad to bring her here. Haza is very intuitive, very flexible, and very gentle and non-judgmental. So people, happy to introduce Haza to all of you, and let's get some potent yogic tips to feel grounded and centered in life so that you can enjoy life through the body. Hey, Haza, how are you today?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nila, for the introduction. I really, really appreciate it. I'm happy to share a bit of a knowledge here that we can work on together. And you mentioned grounding, right? So how many times that, in a day when you wake up, the first thing you do, you sit or maybe you stand, you actually feel like you're there, right? Most of the time, we just quickly want to do something else and just not feeling grounded. And that's the reason why.
Let's ask a question to the viewers now. So, guys, tune into your body and see how much are you present in the body in 0 to 10 scale. How much are you in the body? Just get the first response. That's the right one. Okay, you don't have to analyze too much. Just get an idea. How much are you in the body? See, at one point of time, I was just 2% in the body, just 2%. Okay, so I felt like, what is the point of living, etc. And I felt very scattered, not here at all, not being present to do day-to-day activities, etc. So how many of you are feeling like that? Let's get help from Haza. Haza, please go ahead.
Thank you, Nila. So I mentioned some people start most of the day sitting down or maybe standing up. Right nowadays, you see a lot of people have standing desks, standing working desks. I will show you a few versions here because I have a chair. I have a sitting down version, which I'm going to do now, and also standing up. So when we say grounded, Preferably whoever is having a daylight right now, you're lucky, because I would actually prefer you to go out, find a grass and go barefoot. Yeah, bare feet and just walk. Yeah. When you try to imagine right now, you're standing, right, on your feet. So imagine this is your feet on all four corners. A lot of you probably standing, maybe most of the weight is on your heel, maybe too much on your toes. How many feel balance on all four corners? So maybe the beginning is just to first feel four corners. When we're standing, whoever you are right now, if you like, just give it a try to stand and feel.
That's very interesting. I'm going to try that now.
Okay. All right. Then I'll do the version standing up as well.
You've done this, but I'm going to see how
yes.
I am now.
Yes. I'll just angle up my camera here.
Yeah.
So I hope you can see me, right?
Yes.
From head to toe. Yes. So this is me standing up, right? I hope everybody's standing up too, just like this. You probably want to keep your feet slightly about hip distance apart, right? And then when you're here, I want you just, if maybe for some of you it's hard to visualize, if you feel safe, you can just gently close your eyes, right? Gently close your eyes here and take a deep breath. Now, notice where's your weight. Where do you feel that? Like I said, some of you might feel more on your heels, maybe a lot more on your toes. Some are probably leaning on the outer side of your feet, right? So what you need to feel here is to balance out on all four corners. You can slightly lean forward just to feel the weight on the toes, lean back on the heels, go towards one side and then the opposite side, and then slowly try to just balance out, right? Bring out that weight and just distribute the weight evenly. Press on your toes individually. Can you press on your individual toes, your pinky toe, your big toe? Can you feel them? Right? So stay here a moment and just try to visualize, what are you feeling right now? Do you feel that you are here? Are you somewhere else? If you're outside, yeah, on your grass, could you feel the soil, the warmth, the heat, whatever you're feeling? What do you feel? So I'm here on my yoga mat. I feel the rubbery texture. I can feel that I am on my four corners. What about you? Okay, that's the first step in grounding. So if you're standing, this is how it is. Sitting down on a chair is different, and sitting down on the floor is something else. I will go there later. But first, establish here. Okay.
Haza, thank you so much. Thanks to you, I'm pretty balanced. It wasn't a few months back, right? My outer feet was taking all the weight, but now I'm pretty balanced. I'm very pleased. Thank you.
Okay. And even when you're sitting down, I'll just go very briefly here. You're sitting down here. Okay. For example, a lot of us spend time maybe on the sofa or desk like this, right? So as you sit down here as well, you want to make sure that the position. I know not many people will sit like that. Most of you are probably sitting down like this because it's more comfortable, right? But as you press your feet down, feel your feet. And if you're on a chair or sitting down on the ground here, we have our two seat bone. A lot of times, instead of sitting on our two seat bone, we are essentially sitting on our tailbone, which is a big no-no. Okay, so I want you just gently lift your butt cheeks and just feel your two seat bone grounded. Feel the weight here. Is it too much on your right? Is it too much on your left? Even it out. Balance it. Okay. And then carefully just monitor again. This is just part of posture. Watch out for your hip bone. You want to make sure that it's facing this way. A lot of times, sometimes when we sit, if it's facing this, it's going down. And if it's posterior, it's going up. So again, you want to just neutralize. And just small things like this so that you'll be more alert on what you're feeling, grounding yourself. Okay, you need to feel balanced. Start first with the feet. If you're on the chair or on the ground, your seat bone, not your tailbone. Okay.
Yeah, it's being conscious about the body and adjusting accordingly, and then it becomes a habit, right?
Yes, correct, yes. Correct. And it's hard because, you know, sometimes we are so used to our lifestyle, our habit is just sitting down like this feels more comfortable for some people. And then for them to sit upright is like, oh, this is hard. It's like doing a workout because you're really trying to autocorrect the proper posture, proper way to sit down. So we've been so comfortable this way. So it's time to change. Yeah. Okay. And that's pretty much when we do the starting position, like a standing, a sitting down, then we slowly start to go to breath works. So a lot of times breath works actually also help with you grounding yourself, right? Whenever you feel like, where am I? Why am I feeling this way? Go back to with your breath. And you know how sometimes when people panic, you'll see in a lot of movies, people say, breathe, stop and breathe, right? So yeah, breathe. But breath works or pranayama, there's so many techniques. So which one do you want to choose? Which one do you choose the best? I would suggest first and foremost is to learn the diaphragmatic breathing, or what we call belly breathing. It's basically prolonging your breath. So instead of just more on chest, you want to prolong the breath towards the belly area. Yes. So to begin with, you just want to start really slow. Whatever you're breathing right now, slow down the breath. Don't hold the breath. A lot of people think that slow down is holding the breath, because the minute you hold your breath, that's when you start to send a signal to your central nervous system that something is wrong. So continue breathing, but slow down the pace. Yes. Okay. And if you like, I will show you a little bit on this, the breath works.
Please, please.
Okay. So this is something that they can expect from the next class. If they like to interested to join in more, but at least they know there's more to it. Right? I'm just teaching a little bit of basic that hopefully will help everybody feeling a bit more grounded today. Okay. So again, get into any comfortable sitting position that you like. If you prefer standing, that's fine too. But again, just make sure you feel grounded, you know, feet on the floor. I am just choosing a Sukhasana here. Easy seated pose. Okay. If you like, you can also take a block to feel your hip a bit more elevated and supported. Pillows are fine too. Okay. Again, two sit bone. Lift the butt cheeks, feel the two sit bone, pressing down gently, not the tailbone. You will know you're on your tailbone when you start doing this, a posterior tilt, and that's what we want to avoid. So if you remember, I mentioned about guiding your hip as an invisible torchlight. If your invisible torchlight is looking up, you want to just move it up, looking straight ahead like this, and not even going down. This is an anterior tilt on your hip, and we don't want that. So we want to keep it invisible torchlight. Just as a guide.
That's very good explanation, which we will remember. Easy to remember. Thank you,
invisible
Haza.
torchlight. Yes, check your invisible torchlight. Check on your feet, how you feel on four corners, and your two sit bone, especially when you're sitting down. So invisible torchlight check. Relax the shoulder here, and now we're going to go for diaphragmatic breathing, belly breathing. So if you have trouble following, what I can tell you is just slow down your breath. Don't hold your breath. Okay, so take one palm towards your chest. Can you feel your heart beating? You're alive, okay. And then take one more palm onto your belly here, right? So I want you to try to slow down and breathe in. Inhale. Now, yes, maybe some of you can see that my chest is coming upwards, and now you'll see that my tummy muscle is pushing my palm out. So my tummy muscle here is like ballooning. So I'm still inhaling here, even though I'm still talking. So I'm still pushing. And then as I exhale, I will contract my tummy muscle to push the air out. So you'll notice here a movement into my spinal and my hip as well. I'm still exhaling here, really taking my time. And you'll feel that the chest caving in as well. And that's how we want to slow down the breath. Everybody has a different pace. So just really take your time. Maybe your breath pace and mine is slightly different. As long as you take your time, right? So as you inhale, you want to feel the chest rising up, and then it goes towards the belly, pushing it outwards, expanding the breath. And then exhale, gently contracting the tummy muscle, really taking your time. Keep on exhaling, and you really feel like you cannot breathe out anymore. That means the chest is totally caving in. There's more air, no more air to exhale. And then you start again. Inhale slowly, deeply. So you want the flow to be very nice and fluid, okay? If you notice at 1-2 point that you probably stop breathing, that's only normal, because you're probably trying to translate what's happening here. Am I doing it right? You keep on questioning yourself. So that's why I said just continue breathing slowly, and that's okay. All right. I'm exhaling now. As you notice, my body is caving in like this. And then I'm inhaling here. So Nila, when you do this, do you feel that your hip is slightly rocking back and forth like this? Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, some
Very
people might be
subtle,
wondering. Some people might be wondering, like, why is mine not moving this? So maybe there's a little bit of more tightness in the muscle here. That's why it's not allowing you to move as much. Okay. So breath work is a little bit like a workout. A little bit of a stretching too, because you're extending your chest muscle, your lungs are taking in more oxygen. And then when you're exhaling, imagine this, imagine that you're doing a tummy crunch like that, right? You're trying to contract the tummy muscle. So that's a workout. So that's why a lot of people, when you do breath work like this, they get a little bit heaty, a bit more warm. So yes, okay. So remember, at the end of the day, the whole idea here in diaphragmatic breathing is to extend your breathing pace and to ensure that you feel much more calmer. So when you're more calmer, you're more relaxed, you're able to feel focused, and that will bring you more grounding experience. So that's the reason why I'm introducing one of the breath works for today. That is the diaphragmatic breathing, belly breathing. So whenever you feel like, I feel like I'm all over the place, just slow down your breath. Take a seat, standing up, take one palm on your chest, one palm onto your belly, and just feel how the air is coming through your body and as it goes out as well. You know, as much as you want to stay calm, try to relax. When you slow down your breath, you will feel the immediate response. You feel more calmer, relax. I know not a lot of people is easy to tell them to just relax, because it's not easy. Everybody has different experience, different happenings, you know. So what you can do is to tell them what makes you feel relaxed. Maybe of a recent vacation that they have, maybe an experience that they went into the nature, maybe a bonding time with someone. So yeah, so think about that. Yeah, and then slowly, again, go slow. It's a workout. Take your time. Just slow down the breath. As long as you can inhale really slowly and exhale very slowly, that's already good enough. Most common questions that I get from breathworks or pranayama classes, people always ask, you breathe in with the mouth or nose? What do you think? What is your opinion on this, Nila?
Nose, obviously.
Okay. Well, as long as for me, my answer for it, I would say, like, as long as you are able to breathe, that's great. No matter from which area, no matter. So for beginners, of course, you know, they want to get used to it. It's hard for them, like nose through the nose. How can you inhale nose and exhale nose? It's confusing. It's confusing initially. So main thing, objective is just, as long as you're breathing, keep the breathing pace slow. Once you get better, once we get stronger in our lungs capacity, once we get stronger in controlling the tummy area as well to expel the air out, then we can slowly go on. But preferably, yes, in the yogic teaching, we would prefer breathing through the nose and exhaling through the nose with gentle pulse of your lips. Yeah, that's the best.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Haza. Actually, I wanted to share something.
Yeah.
Few years back, I was going through a very tough time for whatever reason. Where I was working in corporate world, you know, the life was pretty tough there. I have been doing yoga from 92, if I'm right. I've not been doing, I learned yoga first in 92. Then, you know, did for a few years, discontinued, then restarted in 98. Discontinued, and that's how it has been going. But I have been in touch with yoga pretty much. I was of the opinion that, you know, yoga is kind of good. That's it, good. Very shallow level of understanding, I would say. But when I was going through that tough time, when I couldn't even, you know, concentrate, when my mind seemed like totally blocked, there was this yoga session going on in the lunchtime. I went there, right? I went there and I sat them, did some asanas, and some breath work. At the end of the session, you won't believe it. It was kind of totally unblocked. My mind was so free. It felt like the energy started flowing through the body seamlessly. And then I realized, okay, it's not just, the level of understanding of the mind, but it really integrates body, mind, and spirit together and lets you live in the moment and have more resources. When you are just in the mind, if you are too much thinking, then only the resources of the mind is available for you. Not everything beyond it, but when you are, living through the body, you have access to body's intelligence, and you are going beyond the mind and tapping into the resources of the universe. That's what I really, really experienced on that day. So I strongly recommend yoga for anyone who's feeling unstable, scattered, and unsafe as well. A lot of people do feel unsafe in today's modern world. Everywhere you see violence, everywhere you see conflict, and you feel very conflicted in and out. So yoga is not just for weight loss. Not really. That's the whole purpose of this series and the class that is coming up. We have a class on 24th, right? 24th, I think. Sorry.
From here, yes.
Yeah,
a week from here.
Yeah, 1 week from here. 1 week from here, right? So that means 24th, 23rd. KP,
23rd, Nila, Wednesday.
23rd, yeah, 23rd. Okay. So thank you. So 23rd, and we have actually double delight on that day. So what we are doing on that day is we are bringing in the spiritual component through like key blessings for deep healing through nature's nourishment. Imagine if you can have the energies of the lush forest. When you go into the forest, how do you feel? I really feel like I am in paradise. Whenever I am through woods, I feel like I'm in paradise. I'm in contact with the God of creation. That's how it is. The lushness, the nourishment, and the natural creative energy, that's all available for you. And this lively blessing is going to bring that to you, to your body, mind, and spirit. So Tamanna, the expert healer, Tamanna is going to be doing this. And immediately after that, we are going to be integrating that energy through yoga with Haza. So Haza, would you like to talk about that session of you?
Yes, so I will be introducing some poses, more poses, and we get more into detail about the poses. So a lot of times people just go into the class, yoga class, and they just do asana, right? In group classes, it's just asana. Asana, for those who are not so familiar with that, are just basically like yoga poses. So I will tell you what you can do and what modifications you can use and who, because for some, for those who maybe have some knees injuries or shoulder injuries or limited range of motion in certain areas, that's something that I will highlight too. And we hope that you can join this.
Sorry. The session is going to be focused on finding stability through grounding and centering. Yeah. So repeatedly we are saying grounding and centering. What is it actually? You look at any tree, you will understand how centered the tree is, how grounded, how strong the tree is, how connected it is. Sense the energy of a tree. Then you will see what grounding really means. The plants are connected deeply to the planet. And so you can sense that energy of vitality, trust, and the life flowing through the tree. That is why we do tree hugging, right? If you haven't done any tree hugging, please try. It's
yes. Now you make me want to go back and hug a tree. Yes, I remember that feeling. Yes,
whenever I see a tree, I just can't stop myself hugging. Or even see a plant, I can't stop myself touching it. They have a way of connecting to the planet very, very deeply. So that's what this session is going to bring up. And Haza is very professional. She does a beautiful PDF. I was blown away when she gave me the PDF. I've been doing yoga all these years. I've never received any written instruction from any of my instructors so far. I get every week, I get a beautiful PDF from Haza. So we will be giving you the PDF instructions as well as the video of the class. So even if you miss, you can go back, do it all again, or anytime you want to repeat, you can do that. So you are going to be getting these two delights and experience the embrace of the earth for 50% of the original price. It's just $22, just $22. It's going to be 30 to 45 minutes sessions, both together. So we would like to really help people enjoy the embodiment experience on the planet. I have suffered the other side, so I am all for it now. So I am bringing experts in so that we can experience the body, the delight of the body when we are here. Okay, so it's just $22. Go for it. Bring your friends and family and have a great life. Why not? When we are here. Yeah.
It's definitely a good investment, and it's time to be curious about yourself and, allow yourself to, be into this adventure and journey together. So yes, definitely.
And I can't recommend Haza enough for you guys. So if you like the class, we will have probably monthly, twice, weekly, or whatever on what you are asking for. Okay, and she has taught me some very, very, very simple techniques that have changed a lot in the way I be with my body. Okay, all right. So Haza, do you have anything else to say?
No, I look forward to see people coming and joining. It'll be really a good fun. And come, allow yourself to be and to feel through the process. So yes, I think the most important thing is to allow yourself, get really curious. Yeah,
give
it's time.
Permission. Yeah, give yourself permission. And it's not all about, owning stuff. It's about enjoying stuff as well. If you have $1 billion in the bank, if you can't even drink a drop of water, what's the bloody point of having it, right?
You need to feel what's happening. You need to. It's time. Yeah, correct.
Exactly. Time. Yeah. So, KP, questions in the YouTube? And meanwhile, if you're watching live or, even later, now tune into the body and see how much you are in the body. Is it different? I'm pretty sure it is different. The moment you put your palms on the body, you are deciding to be with the body and bringing the potent breath with it. That's going to help too. Yeah. So please do let us know how you are feeling now compared to earlier before we started the process. Okay. So I will be there in the Double Delight session. So we will see each other. Thank you, Haza. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nila. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Please subscribe, like, and share. And let's enhance the vibration of the planet together when each one of us choose a little bit lightness to show up with our own light, a little bit more, tiny bit, even 0.1%. We are helping everyone on the planet. Okay, choose light and lightness. Love you all. Thank you. Bye.